Life often teaches us lessons in the simplest of ways. Sometimes all it takes is a walk through a forest. One morning, as the sun peeked through the trees and the earth still smelled of dew, a monk and his disciple walked silently through the woods. Birds sang softly, and the sound of their footsteps blended with the rustle of leaves. The monk suddenly stopped, looked at a small plant growing near the path, and said, "My child, try pulling out this plant." The disciple smiled and said, "Master, this is easy." He bent down, grabbed the tiny plant, and pulled it out effortlessly. The monk nodded and continued walking. A little ahead, he pointed to another plant, taller this time, its stems stronger, roots slightly deeper. "Pull this one too," he said. The disciple tugged harder, using both hands. It took effort, but soon it came free. The monk smiled again, but said nothing. They walked further until they reached a thick shrub, about as tall as a man, with branches spreading wide. "Now," the monk said, "try this one." This time, sweat gathered on the disciple's forehead. He pulled, pushed, twisted, and finally managed to uproot it after much struggle. Panting, he looked at the monk, expecting praise, but the monk silently kept walking. Finally, they stopped before a towering tree, its trunk wide, its roots deep in the earth. The monk turned and said softly, "Now, pull this one out." The disciple looked at him in disbelief. "Master," he said, "this is impossible. Even if I worked all day, I couldn't move it." The monk smiled gently. "And that, my child, is the lesson I wanted to teach you today." He walked closer to the tree and placed his hand on its bark. This tree did not grow so strong overnight. When it was a tiny sprout, it could have been pulled out in seconds. But now, its roots run deep, just like our habits. The disciple stood silent, understanding beginning to dawn in his eyes. The monk continued, his voice calm yet powerful. When a bad habit first appears in our life, it is weak, easy to remove. But if we let it stay, it grows roots, deep within our mind, our actions, our identity. One day, it becomes part of who we are, and tearing it out becomes painful, even impossible. He paused, then said softly, "Anger, laziness, dishonesty, they all begin like this little plant. But if we do not uproot them early, they can one day control our lives." The disciple bowed deeply, his heart heavy with realization. The monk, "Remember this always. Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It is about noticing the small weeds before they destroy your garden. Every thought, every action plants a seed within you. What grows depends on what you nurture." My friends, this lesson isn't just for a disciple in an old forest, it's for you and me. Each one of us has habits, some good, some not so good. And while we wait for the right time to change, those habits grow stronger. We say, "I'll stop procrastinating tomorrow, I'll control my temper next time. I'll start meditating next week." But that next time never comes. And by the time we truly wish to change, the roots are already too deep. Change doesn't happen through force. It begins with awareness. Notice your small daily choices, that extra hour wasted on distractions, that harsh word spoken in anger, that small lie told to avoid discomfort. All of these are tiny plants taking root. The question is, are you planting trees of peace or weeds of regret? The monk once said, "A wise person doesn't wait for the storm to come to fix his roof. He does it when the sky is still clear." So don't wait for life to push you to change. Start today. Pull out one bad habit before it grows too strong. Replace it with one small act of kindness, patience, or mindfulness. Because the person you will be tomorrow is growing in the choices you make today. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who might need this reminder. Like this video so that more people can hear this wisdom. And if you wish to walk with me again on more journeys of reflection and peace, subscribe to this channel.